first of all, it is me, one and only Chef Couture, and I want to say thank you to Kaiser Permanente. Let's see, happy Monday, Susan. I wanted to say thank you to Kaiser Permanente, which is our host, our sponsor for yet another great day and another great opportunity to come to do the Thriving After 60, the art of healthy cooking. As I stated, I am your speaker, I am your host, Chef Couture, and today we're gonna get started a little bit early on Taco Tuesday. So these are things that once we're finished with this, you can go grab the ingredients if you don't already have them. That is, if you're interested in making this. So we're gonna do shrimp tacos 3 different ways. We're going to do it the traditional way with your taco shell, but today I'm going to be doing the street tacos, the little minis. I call it small bites, tapas style, because this way you can control your portions. We all are about that portion control. So we're going to have the traditional with the tortillas. We're going to do a low carb with our lettuce wraps. Today I am going with romaine lettuce, and normally I like to use the bib lettuce because it's smaller and it's got that little cup effect to it, and it's a little bit on the it has that sustainability when you are wanting to prepare your tacos, but they didn't have any at the store when I went. So I went with romaine. Here again, it too has that cup effect, and it does have this sustainability. My preference though is the bib lettuce, because to me, the bib lettuce has kind of like a buttery flavor to it, which is why I like it. So, but we'll go ahead and do it with the romaine lettuce, and we are going to do it with, wait for it, pineapples. We're going to use our pineapple as our vessel, just because I figured it was something that we can do and try different today. So on that note, we are going to get things going over here on the skillet. So what I did, I invested in one of these long cast iron skillets. It's flat on the bottom and it's got grill marks on the top. So if you want to get started with doing like some indoor grilling, you don't have to go outside, which is really, really great in the wintertime, or even in the summertime when it is hot Atlanta outside and you're hot and you're like, I'm not doing it. I'm not sweating. I'm not going out there on that grill. You can go ahead and use this vessel here. So we're going to get things going. I'm going to get this to like a medium high heat. And I'm going to, I was trying to debate if I'm going to use the ghee, which is clarified butter, or if I was going with some grapeseed oil. And I think I'm going to go with these. We're just going to put a little bit on here. Drizzle it. And then, of course, while that's heating up, we'll go ahead. Now, what I did, I already purchased some shrimp, and these were deveined. They were not peeled. So I came home, peeled them, rinsed them off, added some seasonings to this. You season your shrimp however you would like to. I went with the seasoning that I prepared, my own blend. It's kind of like a smoky heat. So it's got smoked paprika and it's got cayenne pepper along with some other herbs and goodness. So that's what I have on here. And then I also added some citrus to it. So I allowed it to sit and hang out in the flavors by itself. Had that pre-made so that when the skillet is ready to go, we can pop those on there and go ahead and allow them to start cooking. I also got a whole pineapple, and I took, of course, the bottom off and the top off. So, voila! And I like to keep the tops, especially if you're decorating for plating purposes and you want to make something look a little fun, a little jazzy. You go ahead and you keep this, and you can use it as a center to go ahead and plate your items, especially if you're serving a crowd and you want to do something a little zhuzhing, as I call it. You can keep the top for that. As far as the skin goes, I kept the skin and everything, and I have it in a bowl. I'm going to boil that off later, and I'm going to use that to make like different teas, or when I'm making my blend of like the pineapple juice with the lemon and the cucumber and cayenne pepper to help flush the system. So that's why I keep that. One of the other reasons why I will purchase a whole pineapple versus getting it pre-cut, because you can keep that skin and all of that other goodness, and you can use it for multiple purposes. You got it? Great. Now, I took the pineapple, took the skin off, sliced it up. We're going to go ahead and add these. This has had an opportunity to heat up, so we're going to go ahead and add these. You hear it? We're going to go ahead. This one is kind of big. It's trying to run away on me. Set it to the side. We'll go ahead and add these. And this was a really juicy pineapple. So why the pineapple with the heat? If you don't know by now, I'm going to share it with you. When you add heat to a lot of things, it enhances the flavor. So grilling the pineapple is going to bring out some really elevating, really great flavors, elevating that pineapple. And that same applies to when we're going to toast off these mini tortillas. So we've got this on the heat. We're going to go ahead and add the shrimp as well. Now, of course, you got the two eyes, right? The front and the back. You got the heat because this grill, the griddle covers both eyes, but then there's that little middle section that has no heat at all. So you want to be careful when you're applying your ingredients that you're placing it over this section that has the heat. Yep. We'll set that over here. Now we're also going to get things going over here on this other eye. So as you guys can see, I've got the cast iron skillet thing going on. This vessel is cast iron, and then over here we're going to put the tortillas on this cast iron skillet. We're going to drizzle it with just a little bit of the grapeseed oil. And then, like, if there's ever a time when you're like, man, I don't feel like pulling out that skillet, I don't feel like doing all of that, let me tell you something. Turn that heat. This is why I love a gas stove. Definitely why I love a gas stove, because some of this stuff you can't do with an electric stove. So we'll get that going. And that one I've got on a medium heat. I don't want it too high because I don't want to burn the tortillas. I just want to give it a little bit of heat. So, like I'm telling you, if you take a tortilla, whether it's flour or corn, these are corn tortillas. You add it to that heat, elevate. It just enhances the flavor. So try it. If you are a taco fan and you are not sure and you're like, well, let me see. Try a corn tortilla that hasn't had any heat added to it. Just try it by itself. Then throw some heat on it. Tell me how you like it. So we're just going to go ahead and add just a little bit. Coat that skillet. So the reason why I'm showing you the 3 different ways, remember the K.I.S.S, right? Keeping it super simple. So this meal, now I just prepared a few shrimp for today. Actually, I prepared some earlier so I can show you what it's going to look like at the end. But go ahead and get you enough shrimp for the week if you so choose to, because these 3 different ways are different ways you can have your meals for the week. We're thinking long term, right? We're going to prepare it. Now I've got different meals, whether it's a lunch, whether it's a dinner, and you can make probably about 4 to 5 meals out of this whole thing once you get your shrimp cooked and done. Now, if you don't want to cook all of your shrimp at the same time, no worries. Go ahead and season it and then put it in an airtight container, pop it in the fridge, and then all you have to do is cook the shrimp. Everything else will be already done. So we're going to turn these shrimp, flip them over, and you want to make sure your shrimp, when you turn them, when they're no longer translucent, is what you are trying to achieve. Whew. This one is good. Look, can you see those pretty grill marks on there? And it's so juicy, it almost fell apart on me. That's why I had to get a better grip on it before I took it off. These are going to be so, so good. All right. We got the shrimp going. We've got the pineapple going. We're going to pop these tortillas on this heat. And while they are heating, we're going to get our salsa going. Now, some of you, I think I've made this for you all before, but there may be some newbies here. So we're going to go ahead and make us some homemade mango pineapple salsa. And that's going to accompany all this goodness. So we've got our cilantro, we've got our red onions, we've got tomatoes, and we have the pineapple. I think that's it. Yep. Mango, pineapple. So this traditionally calls for, some jalapenos, of which I do not have. So I don't want to use this one. So the reason why I opted to go with this onion versus the other one, I just want to show you how you would cut your onion to give you those nice evenly diced pieces. So you're just going to slice it like this. And then when you get towards the end, you'll move your hand so you can adjust. And then you'll slice it 1, 2, and if the onion is large enough, you can get a third one out of there. 3. Now you've got your nice even strokes, and you got your dices. We'll go ahead and add those to the bowl. I use the onion to scoop up the little onion pieces. Now while that's doing, it's about time for those shrimp to come off of there as well. We'll Place those in this bowl. Let's see. Go ahead and add those pineapple. This one is definitely ready to come off. I just got to show you this again. Those pretty grill marks. Set this over here. Let those finish cooking. I'm going to turn the tortillas. And I am going to increase the heat on this just a little bit. Now, we've got our onion. We've got our cilantro. We're going to give it a rough chop. Now, depending on how you like your cilantro, you can go ahead and keep the leaves somewhat large. I like mine small. So you just kind of roll them together and then you chop. And with cilantro, you can keep the stem on those. All right. Get that over there. Get a paper towel. We're going to wipe this off. And we're going to turn this heat off. Take our pineapples. Place those on the side. Look, I can't wait for them to create smell-o-vision. It smells so good in here. Now we're going to take our tomato. And you can, here again, I know that there's some of you, you have your ways that you cut your items a specific way and you like things done a certain way. I get it. So whatever floats your boat, however you want to slice and dice, it's totally up to you. Here I want to try to keep a uniformed tomatoes right. Look to my items. And I've got my tortillas going over here. Take those off. Set those to the side. Heard some magic happening back there. All right. Slice it again. Now with the tomato, because it's going to squish, you're kind of going to have to get that claw, because you want to keep your fingers back, right? The claw. You're going to try to take like the pinky and the thumb to try to secure it on the sides. Otherwise, they're definitely going to spread out because of the texture of the tomato versus the texture of the onion. You're going to kind of have to hold your tomato together. And this one ended up not cutting all the way through. No worries. You just slice it. And you can make these smaller if you choose. I like my salsa nice and chunky. Bring our vessel back over. Add it to here. Now, with the homemade salsa, if you choose, you can take some of this tomato and muddle it up to get the juice and add it to here. We're not going to do that today. Oh, I think I want to take one of those grilled pineapples and add it. I was going to slice up the rest of this pineapple and add it, but I think we're going to go ahead and use one of those grilled ones. Set this over here. And because this was not cored, you just slice around it until you get to the core part. Now you take that pineapple and it's nice and soft. It's had that heat added to it. Those flavors have been released. Add that to your bowl. I'm going to add one more because this looks so good. Slice it. Get this bowl out of the way so you can see. Move that core piece to the side. And this is going to be so good. And we'll get this last piece here. Add that to the mix. One last. Set this to the side. Now we're going to bring our mango over. We'll just go ahead and cut it to where you can gain access to the mango part of it. One last cut. And then you will remove the flesh from the skin. Just roll up under there and be careful. As you can see that it's very juicy. So you're gonna kind of have to grip it. And slice. We'll set those over to the side as well. Make them into chunks, however you choose, whether it's large or small. And just dice it up. Bring your bowl over. Add it to the mix. You can salt and pepper this if you like. You don't need it. You don't need it. Now we're just going to mix all of these great, gorgeous flavors together in this bowl. And if you want to put the icing on the cake, we're going to zest up some citrus. We're going to add some lemon zest, lime zest, orange zest. We're going to zest this lemon. Going to get you some orange, zest it up. And put the lime in the coconut. Get you some lime going over here. So you got all that goodness. Add that to the bowl. Look at that goodness. And we have to taste it. My favorite part is the zest. And I know you think you did all that work and your favorite part was the zest. Yeah, that when you get a bite of that blended zest, the lemon, the lime, the orange, mixed with that grilled pineapple, good eats. So we're going to switch sides here. Put this in the trash. Get our plate. Going to move this over here. I got my watermelon over there. I'm going to prepare a little bit later. So it's just kind of like sitting there going, hey, don't forget about me. No, that's part of my lunch. All right. So now we've got our tortillas. And when you use these street taco tortillas, I double mine up. So we're going to just use 2. We're going to go ahead and get our romaine lettuce. Now, when you're going low carb, you can do different ways. We are going to add rice to this one. So we'll add some rice to this lettuce wrap. You can add rice to your pineapple if you choose. Well, that was Grace. I've got some pinto beans, like some Tex-Mex pinto beans that I will put on this pineapple along with over here on the tortilla. Not going to add any to the lettuce. You'll add your shrimp. To each vessel. And the main ingredient, well, one of the main ingredients, they're all kind of crucial for this, is the salsa. You can add it to each one. Put that in your boat. And voila, you have got your shrimp 3 different ways. Just clean this up right here. So you've got your street taco, you've got your pineapple as your vessel, and you just slice it up with a knife and you eat that goodness. You got the rice, you got the pinto beans, and then in your romaine lettuce boat, you got your rice, your shrimp, and your taco. Well, the salsa. I'm going in with the street taco. You heard the crunch, right? That cast iron skillet gave it the nice crispy edges. The pinto beans, the shrimp, I must say, were cooked perfectly. And then the icing on the cake is that homemade salsa. Again, you got the pineapple, you got your romaine lettuce. Mwah. Excellent, excellent, excellent. This will probably, I won't eat all 3 of these for my lunch, but one of them will definitely be saved for dinner. So, on that note, I am turning to you. Do we have any questions today? I'm going to come around so I can see if there is any questions. I'm going to step this back a little bit. Any questions? Questions. No. If you're interested in catching this recipe, which was really, really simple, please share your email address so that I can make sure it is given to your sponsor, K.I.S.S Permanente, and they will make sure that you get the recipes. So, let me see. No questions? Normally you guys give me some feedback, some questions. But that must mean that I did an excellent job of sharing today's episode of K.I.S.S, the K.I.S S, keeping it super simple. Again, let's do a quick rundown. We've got the street tacos, shrimp tacos. We've got the corn tortillas that we heated in the skillet, gave it a nice little crispy edge, double them up. And I added the pinto beans. If you want to add rice to that, you can certainly do so. Then we had those grilled shrimp. If you don't have one of these griddles, invest in one. I think they're like $20 on Amazon. Get you one. Like I said, you got the flat top on one side, you got the grill marks on the other. Great investment. Then you got the pineapple. And I just want to, not that I'm hungry or anything, but I just want to show you, like with this pineapple, you just cut it and you got your shrimp over here. You got your rice, your beans. You can add some more of that salsa to it. Ooh. Let me tell you, I thought that street taco was good. That pineapple with that grill that released all of that flavor. My goodness. Yeah, I think I told y'all to tell. I might just have all of this for lunch. I don't know. Don't judge me though. Don't judge me. So you got the grilled pineapple with the rice and the pinto beans and the grilled shrimp and then the homemade salsa. And then you got your low carb. Actually, the pineapple and the romaine lettuce are both low carb. The only carb is your corn tortilla. And they also have some low carb tortillas. If you still want that texture out of the tortilla, go ahead and when you go to your local store, look for the low carb and you can add that to the mix as well. And look, we are at 11:35. Remember, my goal is to share with you keeping it super simple recipes under 30 minutes, if at all possible. The longest time is going to be the prep for the salsa itself. As you can see, it didn't take long for the shrimp. You know, with the shrimp, you're doing it like 90 seconds per side. If you have larger shrimp, you will cook those a little bit longer, maybe 2 minutes. But once they are no longer translucent, that's when you want to remove them from the heat, because you don't want to feel like you're chewing gum. You want your shrimp to be nice and flavorful and juicy and still have a bite to them, but not overly cooked. The pineapple, try it. I promise you won't be disappointed. You won't be disappointed. And make sure you toast off your corn tortillas. On that note, I would like to say thank you again to our sponsor, K.I.S.S Permanente. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Anna. It is delicious. It is delicious. I'm not trying to rub it in or anything like that, but it's really, really good. And although I'm not 60, I'm closer to 60 than anything, just a few years away from 60. And I want to make sure that I'm eating healthy. I want to show you ways to eat healthy and maintain your lifestyle of living, getting out and getting some exercise incorporated into that as well is definitely something that I think is important. I've been getting up in the morning and doing 3 miles for the last 3 weeks, and I feel amazing. Again, thank you to Kaiser Permanente for Thriving After 60, the art of healthy cooking. I am your speaker. I am your host, Chef Katura. Until next time, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for allowing me to come into your home, into your space, and showing you how to prepare healthy meals. Until next time, bye.